Well, hey there, everybody. Pastor Justin here, and welcome to another edition of Daily Hope. Hey, I want to encourage you today to really think about what you're putting into your life. There's a huge push today towards, I would say, new age spirituality. I have friends that I went to high school and college with that are getting into like crystals and energies and things like that. And I was listening to a podcast the other day of this guy who says, I love Buddhism and I love Christianity. I've mixed the two together and I want to follow Jesus and the teachings of Buddha. And I think that there's a push today for this kind of living where we're just taking all sorts of religions, or we're looking at manifesting or crystals and all these kinds of things, but we really need to consider what we're putting into our lives. And here is a verse that I want to share with you that I think goes right along with this. Ephesians 2:20 says that we are members of God's household, built on the foundation of the apostles and the prophets, with Jesus Christ himself as the cornerstone. If there's anything in our lives that we are putting into our lives, or anything that we're trying out that Jesus wouldn't stand for, that he wouldn't encourage us to do, I think we need to run from it, because we serve a God, we serve Jesus Christ, who is the cornerstone of our faith. And if we ever think of anything in our lives that we see that maybe puts more faith in ourselves, or puts more faith in something else, or a different religion instead of Jesus, we need to recognize that that is coming against God in our lives. And so, there's things like manifesting, where you try to speak things into existence in your life. And we need to recognize, hey, are we putting more faith into ourselves and trying to speak things into existence, or are we putting more faith in Jesus? When it comes to crystals and energies or other religions, are we trying to put our faith in something else or solely in Jesus? And one thing that I think we need to recognize about this is that it is so easy to have these, spiritual inclinations that all of a sudden have power over us in our lives. Because let's be honest, we're weak people. We're human beings. Yes, Jesus Christ in us is stronger than anything else, but we're just weak human beings. We're susceptible to spiritual warfare and spiritual attack. And so we don't want to invite that into our lives, but we want to recognize that Jesus Christ is the cornerstone of our faith. He is enough. He is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the only way, the only truth, the only life, and he is worth following today. So don't get lost in all the stuff that is being tried out in today's culture, but stick to Jesus and let him lead you. Let me pray for you today. God, we love you and we praise you. And God, I pray that today you would become and you would still be the way, the truth, and the life in our lives today. God, there's so many things in our culture, in our world today that are trying to pull us away from you. But God, help us to keep you at the forefront of our minds, the forefront of our lives, and continue to worship you and trust in you only. God, we love you and we praise you. It's in your name I pray. Amen. Well, have a great day, New Hope. God bless.